Peace, family. What's going on? I want to get right back into the series that I started on the astrological sun signs. I want to pick up on the fourth sign, which is Cancer. All right, Cancer is a water sign, meaning it deals with emotion, relating to people through the emotions, through the feelings, through using their intuition. All right, so Cancers are very, very warm and inviting people. They like to have people over at their house they like to cook for people. They just like to entertain in general. They like to be the one um, who throws an event, and make sure it's at their house. They love to do things for people. Now, the sign of Cancer represents the cosmic mother, basically, of the zodiac. This just deals with the energy that's all about nurturing, caring for something or someone. So the men who are born with this astrological sign have a harder time because women are naturally more emotional. The moon actually rules Cancer in astrology, and it also rules women. So the men can kind of feel a little bit out of place until they, learn how to operate with the energy that they've been given. So Cancer is represented by the crab. So in astrology, the crab of Cancer has a hard shell, of course, and then it has a real soft interior, and that's how a lot of the Cancer men are. They don't want to show that that soft loving side that's on the inside of them, and so they have like this this hard look about them, or this hard type of energy. But once you get to know them, you see that it's nothing like who they really are on the inside. Um, very dependable. When you Cancers is always there when you need them. This is one of the signs that you if you have a friend that's a Cancer, you got a pretty good friend because they always gonna try their best to be there, for their friends. They like to be the one that's depended on, and they like to fulfill their obligations because they know the respect and the adoration that they get, and Cancers thrive on that. They thrive on approval and acceptance and love from other people. um, Cancers are very family oriented people. They love to stay at home. um, Not really, for the most part, your love to go out kind of people. Although of course it will be some, but this is just speaking generally about the energy of this sign. This is more of a family and home oriented kind of energy. um Very psychic, pick up on things real easy, pick up on feelings real easy, very sensitive, to their surroundings. Know pretty much when they first meet you what kind of relationship they want to have, if any. If they want to have a friendship or uh, some kind of relationship, they usually know within the first time meeting, maybe a little bit after. That's just how sharp the intuition is for this sign. And you kind of get the feeling when you're around Cancers that everything is gonna be all right, because they have a way of knowing how to take charge of a certain situation. Anything that's going on, like the Cancer is the protector of the group. It's the one that knows exactly what needs to be done. They kind of know how to keep calm and just take care of the situation. That's why a lot of people a lot of people love to be around Cancers. They have very good memories too. A lot of if you ever ask Cancers questions about when they was very young children, a lot of them can tell you things way, way prior to what you would think a person would have a memory of. Um, they usually can tell you things about when they was, sometimes as little as 1 year old, 2 years old. I even have had a cancer um, tell me that they remember getting a bath as a baby, and they can tell you the song that was sung to them. So they have a very good memory. Negatively speaking on that though, they can have it can be negative because they have a way of holding on to 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 memories, period. But when the negative ones are the ones that's brought up, they have a hard time letting go. You know, I remember I was given a consultation to a couple, and he was a Cancer rising. His rising sign was Cancer, predicated upon his birth time. And his girl was a Aries. But anyway, another brother walked up and got in on the conversation. He was a Cancer. His sun sign was Cancer, meaning he was born while the sun was in Cancer. And he was real excited, and he was telling me about his experiences and stuff like that. And I guess he wanted to test my knowledge to see how much I knew. And so he was like, I want you to tell me what I think is the most negative thing or trait about a Cancer. And so I took a moment, and it just came right to me. I was like, they hold on to pain way too long. And he just threw his arms up, walked away, shaking his head like, man, I'm telling you. And he went on to explain, you know, certain things he had went through, and basically was like, yeah, this brother knows exactly what he's talking about. And he giving examples of how even when him and his woman in an argument, he'll be the one, she'll be the one like, man, let just get over it. And he'll be the one like, man, that's messed up and this and that, basically the one more inside of his feelings about the situation, and having a hard time letting go. And this can go back, years and years, like things that happened to Cancers when they was children, or 10, 20 years ago, and they still carrying around that. You gotta let go. This will be something that I would give advice to a Cancer. It's never that serious. You know what I mean? I know, being that I study astrology now, I understand where they're coming from and how they feel. But I just think that you have to get a good perspective and a good balance emotionally, because Cancers can get carried away in how they feel, in their emotions. And then the that's the only thing that matter, is how they feel. None of the other facts, or none of the other issues involved will matter. Only how they feel will matter. And a lot of times that get them in trouble. Like I was watching a Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne is a Cancer, and I remember he was saying like, Cancers, we are our worst enemy. Nobody is our enemy. We are our own worst enemy, because we always get in our own way. And he went on to explain, um, similar situations about the feelings of Cancers, and how it just kind of can wreck certain situations. So this is on the negative side though. But the ability to feel is what makes Cancers as great as they are. This is what makes them so lovable, so attractive to be with and to be around. Just knowing intuitively and instinctively how somebody feels. They know how to cater to you. They know how to cater to a situation. You know, but another thing on the flip side is, being that they do understand feeling so well, they can use that to manipulate certain situations emotionally. And so again, it's just about balance and using your gift the right way, like I was explaining with the Gemini video. the mental quickness and the mental power that they have to be able to think so quick and speak them right words right when it's needed, you know. But some of them use it to be liars, you know, or thieves or cheaters and stuff like that. So with Cancer, the struggle is to not manipulate emotionally, but use your ability to feel for the better of your situations in your life. Um, so Cancers can also be kind of clingy too. Now, if you're not one of the more emotional signs like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, um, and these are the main, these are the other water signs. Or if you don't have a lot of water energy in your birth chart, like you will see your horoscope, your birth chart. This is what it looks like, and all of those planets that you see inside of the signs, those represent what signs your planets is in. So if you don't have a lot of them in the water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, or the water houses, which is the fourth, the eighth, and the 12th houses, you might have a more difficult time being with somebody who's a water sign. You know, you have the water people, they have a need to be understood emotionally. They need somebody who can meet them on that emotional level and understand how they feel. Um, the more logical signs just can't meet you on that level. The air signs, like if you have a lot of planets and air signs and you're trying to be with a person who has a lot of planets and water signs, that can pose a lot of a lot of difficulty, because the air is, you know, just using their logic. They're not really that emotional. They don't have a very deep emotional nature like the water signs do. So Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, when you have a lot of planets dealing, you know, with these signs or the houses that they rule, you have an easier time, you know, in a emotional or emotionally driven relationship. Um, so I was speaking about Cancers being kind of clingy. This is not necessarily a bad thing if that's what you like. You know what I mean? I'm a Scorpio rising, meaning I was born at the time of the day that Scorpio was on the eastern horizon. I'll do a video about the rising sign so y'all can understand what I mean. And I also got Venus in Scorpio, Uranus in Scorpio in the first house. And then I got aspects to these planets in my chart. So when you get to, you know what all of this means and do a little research, it'll become interesting to you to be able to see how your planets work. But being that I have a lot of water energy, I don't mind the closeness at all. You know, my woman is a Taurus, but she has a Cancer moon. Her moon is in Cancer, and also her Venus is in Cancer. Venus representing the type of relationship that you can possibly have, what you like, what you value. And so she has two very strong placements in a sign of Cancer. And so she's a very watery person, you know, very intuitive, a lot of psychic energy. She knows what I'm thinking a lot of the times. She know what I want before I can even say it. Like they really are strong with picking up vibes, you know. And so um Cancers, they don't like rude people, you know what I mean? They like people who are careful with the way they come off, you know what I mean? Because being that Cancers do have that sensitivity, they feelings can get hurt real fast. And sometimes you will hurt a Cancer's feelings and you don't even know that they offended at all. And what'll happen is the Cancer will go back into that crab, that shell, which is their house, The shell in the house is synonymous. They'll go and won't speak to you for a few days or something like that. Won't answer their phone, and they literally expect you to know what you did. This is how this works. Like cancers want you to know what you did wrong. They have a hard time seeing that sometimes people don't really mean it. A lot of the signs are more direct and blunt, like Sagittarius, Aries, for example, Leo, Scorpio to a certain degree. They'll speak their mind. They don't sugarcoat nothing, and they sometimes that kind of cuts deep on the Cancer. And so they'll go into that shell, and then once they come out, they'll be okay. They just need some time to process everything, and then usually they realize that it wasn't really nothing, and then they'll just come crawling back out the out the shell, and everything is all right. And that's usually how that goes. Oh, also cancers make good bosses, good business people. I know this is a new thing. Everybody want to be a boss and all of that, but it's certain planetary placements that's more likely that you have what it takes to be over other people, because that's what a boss entails, somebody who can manage something, and also the other people that's working under that, under that umbrella. And being that Cancer has these traits as far as like the mother, the provider, the nurturer, the one that's taking care of everything. They're really good business wise. They're good with money. They know how to manage stuff. They don't want to see nothing go to waste. They don't want to see nothing you know, get misplaced or anything like that. So overall, this is a very good sign. These are some good people. Like every sign, there's some negatives to it, but it's all about operating off the highest frequency of your astrological sign. Learn the positives and the negatives so you can start working accordingly. Sometimes it's a time for the negative ones. They're not always supposed to be bottled in, with the emotionality of Cancer. Sometimes it's a time to cry. It's a time to show that you really care. It's a time to show how you feel. Also, it's a time to forgive. Cancers hold on to stuff, and these are all things that Cancers can do to better keep their self balance. But like I said, very warm and inviting people. This is where you want to go to enjoy yourself, to get a good meal cooked for you. Call your Cancer friend. She always got something going, something cooking, something in the oven, or something planned to do all of them things. And so this was my take on Cancer. If you have a sun in Cancer, or moon in Cancer, or Cancer rising, and I'll be back with the video for Leo. Peace.